Thank you all for being here. First question. When and how did you discover Dark Side Phil?
Okay, so you guys, Dom was talking the other day, right, on his interview, where he wanted to see what would happen, or no, I think it was you brought it up, and then you and Dom went off on a little tangent about it, about what would happen if a normal person just got exposed to the vortex for a couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Out of nowhere. So what happened is like, I legit was just playing games, minding my own business. Like, you know some of my backstory, I'm not gonna get into it, right? Yeah. But I was just enjoying it. I was enjoying life, then lockdown hit. Okay? So when lockdown hit, we all kind of were in this weird spot, right? So I started looking on YouTube, right? I was watching Steve Wilkos, things like that. Man, I'm so tired of them pulling Steve Wilkos episodes. Someone upload some more Steve Wilkos episodes on YouTube, damn it, before they get pulled. Anyhow, next thing I know, my son Shadow, right, comes out and he goes, "Hey, Dad, check this out. You gotta see this person play Mass Effect," right? Now, if you don't know, I'm a diehard BioWare fan. Like, I love BioWare, okay? So, of course, we were bored. We were locked indoors. What else were we gonna do, right? We'd watched every movie under the sun. So, okay, sure, son, let's watch this. Next thing I know, I see this guy just freaking out. Like, just disrespecting a game I love more than life itself, right? And I'm just completely baffled by it. Like, I'm like, how can someone be this idiotic? This has got to be a gimmick, right? Because I didn't know anything about streaming. Remember, like, I didn't even know. So this is how little I knew about streaming. I didn't even know people were making millions doing it. I didn't know any of it.
Right?
Right? So, like,
Go on.
Go, no, after you.
No, go on.
Because it's like you just don't think about it. Like, when you're not on YouTube or Twitch or stuff, you don't think about it. You just don't. Right? You buy your game, you play your game. So, I was like, alright, so I started watching a little bit more. I watched the This Is How You Don't Play, I forget what the next one was. Long story short is, then I was like, alright, so let's see what else I can find. So then I created a Twitch account.
Okay.
Right? And then I'll let you go there, cause then I'll get into the rest. But if it wasn't for the Outsider, by the way, hashtag free Outsider.
Big ups.
If it wasn't for the Outsider, I would not be in the vortex. So it was Shadow who got me here.
Right. Okay. So you started with the Outsider. Were there any other channels that you enjoyed? Were there any favorites you had besides
LSB? It was out. Yeah, LSB was the second channel I found, and LSB was extremely kind to me. And it's where I realized that this community, despite what people say, is entirely welcoming. LSB had no reason whatsoever to be kind to a person.
Exactly.
Right, and he did, right? And so it went from there. I know one of your questions is going to be about something, so I'm not touching on how I found LSB. I'll let you get to the question, and then I'll get to it. But so that's how I came to the vortex, and then I found AP, right? And once you found AP, you got, I went to his Discord, right? Yeah. And then none. All right, I'll tell you this real quick. My favorite detractor, no bullshit. All right. It's not kissing his ass because he's on the fucking Discord right now.
No, go on.
So, when I found Bacon Sweats, bro.
Oh.
Your shit got me, like, I was having a procedure done at a hospital, and they were shoving needles in my spine. I was just replaying Bacon Sweats over and over, laughing my ass off. So in the end, before you and I met, you had became my favorite detractor because LSB was down. AP had kind of stopped doing as much, right? You get what I'm saying? So before anything, Bacon Sweats was really like what I was really enjoying for a long time after all that.
dude. What can I say?
You have talent. Dude, don't go back. That's not me tempting you to go back. I'm just complimenting you. Take the compliment. Shush. Can we get some shush Sunspot in the chat, please?
No. No. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
One of your questions is going to be, have I ever donated to DSP?
No, it's not.
Right.
It's not actually. Well,
let's get that out of the way. All right.
Yeah. Go on.
After, because this is how I found the Vortex, because it goes into that. After I watched those, I did hear him saying I needed money to feed my wife. Alright, now, as you said, I am a family man. Family comes first to me. Nothing in this world means more to me than Shadow and Miss Serp. So I got so offended when I created the Twitch account, I bought 100 bits and donated 50 bits to DSP just to ask him, how does it feel to beg another man to feed your wife?
Yeah.
And that's how I got banned, and that's how I found LSB. Because when I got banned, someone sent me a link to LSB's chat.
Okay.
So that's how I technically found the Vortex. I asked DSP what it felt like to beg another man to feed your wife.
Nice. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the next question. Were you okay? You kind of answered that. You were never a legitimate fan. Did you ever watch his content unironically? No.
No.
Skip that entire line. Okay. What are his most annoying traits for you? And what's the worst thing he ever did? Sorry. Hello?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Sorry.
Alright, well, first of all, you kind of skipped over something. I wasn't gonna get into the Vortex that much, right? Mm-hmm. When you asked about the honest fan thing, right? I was just gonna be an observer until the debunk stream. When he did the debunk stream, right? I'm sitting on the couch with Miss Serp. And in the debunk stream, he says something that was very telling. He goes, why don't you watch my content for 3 weeks and then form your own opinion?
Okay.
Now, when you tell someone like me something like that, right, I'm happy to take you up on that. So I did, and that's why I ended up getting so involved in the Vortex. I watched his content for 3 weeks, and that's what I came to. So I kind of wasn't a fan, and I wasn't part of the Vortex, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But when he said that, that's what really drug me into it, right? Because that's when I found out what a big piece of shit he was. Right? So, because when you watch him for 3 weeks, you see what, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, he starts catching you in his grip, and everything's there laid out, and you can just see it. Even though he denies everything, you see it. You know your mind isn't lying to you. You know what you're seeing is what you're seeing.
Homeboy rewrites history more than liberals on Twitter. I mean, come on.
Absolutely. So, what's the one worst thing you ever saw him do?
Alright, well, the most annoying thing, sorry, I got you sidetracked off that.
No, that's alright.
The most annoying thing is, I hate it when he begs people to feed his wife. If anything, that sticks in my craw. The other thing that really, really got on my nerves for the longest time, and I don't know why he stopped it. Right? My mom's, hold on. Had a cough. Look, I know how to mute a microphone. Crazy, huh? My mom's an English teacher. I know it's kind of shocking with how bad my English is at times,
Sure.
but I hate it. I hate it when people use words really, really, really bad out of context. So when he uses words like thus, right, it really irked the hell out of me. So we had to turn that into a thing. So now thus is now a thing. And because of it, we've lost him saying thus. Has anyone noticed he doesn't say thus anymore? I wonder why that is. That and the begging. The begging is the worst. I hate people feigning distress. In this day and age, like, we all have seen it. This is a bad time. You know, we're all lucky to be here right now, watching on a PC, a phone, something, right? There's people out there real struggling, right?
Exactly.
I just can't take it. It wears on my last nerve.
You know, it's all about him. He's the only person suffering, so we have to understand him, I guess. I don't know what the problem is, but it's worse for him than us.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll move on to the next question. Right. Have you ever caught yourself being angrier about his actions than you should be?
Well, you already know this answer. Everybody knows this answer. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Whenever he brings up his back injury... Okay.
Yeah.
First off, the back injury gets me. The back. Oh my god. Alright. I hope everyone's buckled in. Alright. So if you don't know, I am a retired United States Army medic. That does not mean I'm a doctor, for the record. I am only trained in, like, literally there's a joke in the military about how we just pass out Motrin and say drink water. I'm a little bit better trained than that, but really that's the gist of it, right? You know, like, I can fix a broken bone, things like that. I can fix a collapsed lung. Well, I can't anymore. It's been 20 years since I've done stuff. But that's what we were trained for, right? So,
that's
but
big.
You would see malingerers, right, in sick call all the time, and there's always telltale signs to it, right? And every time I see him talk about his back injury, it always makes me wonder, because just the little things. You can move your legs. Well, how can you move your legs if your lower spine's hurting, right? There's ways to tell when someone's really in pain, and you don't see them. Now, beyond that, unfortunately, I ended up also having a very drastic back injury myself. So I've had, Miss Serp isn't with me, and I don't want to overestimate. It's between 5 and 7 surgeries. I can never remember. She's the one who knows, on my spine. And when you have a lower back injury, right? Because the words he uses is a severely herniated disc.
Yeah.
That's his words, not mine. Right?
I know.
If you had a severely herniated disc, they would have to do surgery. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I know this from firsthand experience. So we all know it's full of shit. And the thing is, if it really is that, right, I'll be glad to eat my words, but you can't hide. Like, he's now alluding that there's some looming medical issue, and the only thing he has is gout in his spine. What is he gonna say, that you hit his spinal surgery? Bro, let me tell you, there is no way to hide those. There's none. Like, you can't, like, there's no hiding that. You get what I'm saying? You can't be on, like, most of them are more than a day anyways, so you would have had to taken a day off from streaming.
I was just going to say, to be able to stream 6 days a week, twice a day, with any kind of back injury, you have to be a machine. On my worst days, I'm breakdancing all across the floor. There's no way I'm streaming for anybody. And
Right.
yeah, there are many telltale signs that suggest to me that the Dark Side Phil is lying. Who knew?
Well, and you've talked to me, you and me have talked personally about how you worry sometimes about how long I stream. And
Yeah.
like I've mentioned it, I have people that watch out for me. You know what I mean? I'm very blessed in the sense of Miss Serp looks out for me, Shadow looks out for me, you will look out for me, Empress looks out for me. I have people that keep a close eye, and you know, if they notice I'm getting a little bit grumpy or things like that, they'll say, "Hey, back off a little bit." You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he has nothing like that. There's no one that's gonna, cause they just want to see the clown dance.
Is there anything positive about him? Anything good that he ever did?
Alright, how are we defining good? Are we defining good as a unintended consequence of something that you've done? Or
No.
are we defining good as an intended action from what you've done?
Totally intended, selfless act, intentionally doing something to be nice for someone else, without return.
Because I was gonna say, the unintended thing he's done well, right, is look at the group he's brought together, right? Look at, from Tevin to Anne, to Ludwig to you, right? To, Outsider, to Dom, to, TJ Gamebox, to, you know, the unintended thing he's done good is he brought a whole bunch of people together.
And Spanky Joe.
Right, Spanky Joe, Sir Spanks a lot, Mexicano, Low Drag. I mean, marked one for fuck's sake. He brought all these people into one spot so we can all meet and have fun. But he would have done a charity stream. He said it. He told us, everyone. He would have done a charity stream. He was gonna do it, but we would have ruined it for him.
But
we would have ruined it. You want to know what my bet is? Want to know what my bet is? If he did a charity stream, right? Safe bet, you would see detractors donate. That's
so
what
too.
we would have done. We would have donated. Oh my god. If you would have done a charity stream, the detractors would have ruined it by donating. How dare you, DSP? We would have been I mean, because most detractors, why we want to make fun of Phil, most of us are all for helping a good cause. Look at Jasper's Angels. What's the one you do for the children, Sunspot?
Yeah. I do, I pick different children's hospital units each time, or you know, or sickle cell society. Go on.
Mexicano did his one for with Ludwig and all them. Dom's doing one. You know what I mean? Like, we're all for doing charity stuff. So I don't think people would have ruined it. I think it would have been the opposite. But it was our fault. So anyhow.
Well, it's one thing to say that we would ruin it. It's another to actually do it. And I don't think he would ever host a charity stream where he didn't benefit from it. But then even he said, that anybody that does a charity stream is doing it for clout, for how did it go?
Attention. Attention. That's what it was
Attention. For. Right. So he's too good for it, I guess.
Yeah. Well, he's Catholic. That's why.
Okay.
I mean, apparently Catholics don't like giving to charity. That's why they're one of the #1 charity organizations in the world. The whole point of charity is not to not say you did charity. It's to do something selfless.
Right.
Now, never in that, and never in the Bible, because I have read the Bible when I was locked up and a few other things back when I was a kid. At no point does it say you can't say you did it. That now, if you're saying you did it to get an attaboy, that's where the difference is, right? So,
yeah.
For example, I very easily, let's say I was religious, right? I very easily could donate to a charity and say, hey, I donated XYZ to charity.
Yeah.
Right? And that's not against the religion. Now, if I say I donated XYZ to charity to get an attaboy, that is where the Bible is against it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that about how it works?
I would say just fucking just do it. Raise money for charity. Just do it regardless.
And ask God for forgiveness later.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, it's something nice to do. People need help other than him. I sat on this fucking chair for 48 hours, 2 Christmas streams, doing it because it was a nice thing to do. I wasn't doing it for clout. The first time I did it, I raised $55, right? Then the next year, I raised 10 times that. And I remember being close to tears. I was like, what the fuck? And, it was just something nice to do. I had the power to be able to do it. I had people around me that wanted to support. And, you know, it was just doing something to do it. Yeah.
It's humbling.
So
when I
go on.
Go ahead. No, okay. This one's you. Go ahead.
So thank you. When DSP is saying that you do it just for clout or attention, no, I mean, fuck you. I mean, I was able to do it. I did fundraisers before all of this. Before Sunspot was here, I was running around in gorilla suits in the fucking summertime. I was
Oh, we need to get that emoji. Yo, someone make Sunspot a gorilla suit emoji.
No,
let's go.
No, that was the worst day of my fucking life. It was a worthwhile cause, but those then people who said they'd support didn't, so I didn't get much back to help. But doing this, like, people don't know sickle cell, so they don't really want to support a cause they don't know. That was always the problem. So doing
and you're
this,
the perfect person for it. You know what I mean?
Right. Doing this now is so much different. That it was the first time it was ever like this, and I'd never seen such a thing. And shit, if I can do it, why not? There are people out there who don't have a roof over their head, who have nobody, whose wives literally are crying downstairs. You know,
not fake crying, legit crying, because they can't feed their kids and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So fuck him. One day, shit, he's gonna need somebody like that. But anyway, enough about me.
Well,
go on.
When I did my charity stream, right?
Yeah.
We did the Wounded Warriors program, right?
Yeah.
And I was able to do it in my uncle's name, who we don't know if he's alive or dead, anything, because when he came back from Vietnam, he just wasn't all there, right?
Yeah.
So I'll be damned if someone tells me that I did that for anything other than just to pay respects to the man who, because I don't want to say my name, but I'm named after that man, right? Yeah. One of my names is after that man, right? So like, it was all just to pay respect to that guy. So I'll be damned if someone's gonna tell me what I did it for. You have no right. But then the guy's gonna be the same one to tell you, right, that you have no right to tell him how he feels. You don't get to play both sides of the fence, bro. You know what I mean? Well, so don't tell us why we do what we do.
It's one thing criticizing people who host charity streams. It's another when you host a charity stream every fucking day, where you're said charity. So he has no room to say anything. Have you ever wanted to reach out to DSP with advice? If you met him face to face and he was truly capable of listening to you, what would you want to do or say to him that was beneficial?
Alright, hold on. Damn it! I didn't actually expect to have to think. Look,
okay,
I never said I would think
no,
on this. Okay. Alright, I got it. Give me a second, just because I make a joke, you know how I am. Alright.
Go. Take your time.
I think I actually could help DSP.
Oh?
There's a very simple way to help him. There really is.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine now. It's a very sharp katana blade.
No. Alright, we're not gonna go full bore Ghost of Tsushima up in here.
Okay.
Alright, this isn't Elden Ring. I'll be playing that later today.
I'm a peaceful man. I'm a peaceful man.
It's the way of the samurai, right? The way of the samurai. Be quiet and carry a giant sword. I got you. Alright. The way to help him is Gamblers Anonymous.
Gamblers Anonymous.
When I was a kid, right, I used to think I had a drinking problem, because of family history. I went into Alcoholics Anonymous. Now, I turned out to not be an alcoholic, and I don't drink anyways, right? Nowadays, I'll have a sip here. Like, if you may stop by the stream, I may have like a sip of beer or something like that, but I don't drink, right? All because of family history. But one thing that Gamblers Anonymous and all 12-step programs have is a way to help with your life. The problem is this, though, right? He would never be able to get past that first step, where admit you're the problem and you're powerless to stop it.
Admission is half the battle.
He'll never get past that. And then, never mind steps 9, where it starts saying make amends for what you did wrong, all of those things. But if he was open to criticism, and if he was open to a suggestion, the 2 things I would tell him is appreciate your wife, right? Stop using her as a shield, and go to Gamblers Anonymous. Because even, let's say, okay, hold on.
Well, he has to leave the house. But carry on.
Nope. You can do Gamblers Anonymous on the internet now because of COVID. You can do meetings on the internet. He doesn't have that excuse no more. You know what I mean? The thing is, let's say he doesn't really spend that much money on gambling, right? Yeah. Let's play the hypothetical. We all believe that he does. Everyone here believes that Secret's video was pretty accurate. Okay? But let's say for the sake of argument, it wasn't. Let's say for the sake of the argument that Down from the Rafters isn't him. Well, even then, Gamblers Anonymous would not hurt him, because obviously something's going on in his life where he's making $100K a year, and he still can't go take it. Like, think about that. He can't take his wife on a honeymoon. That is so pathetic. You make $100K a year, and you can't, bro, appreciate your wife.
Don't get me wrong. When I laugh, the only reason I laugh is because it's DSP. What Serpenthuntr is saying is absolute gospel truth, and very wise words that you should listen to. But in regards to DSP, I'm like, fuck him. I'm enjoying the shit show.
I agree, Sargard. I agree with you. He doesn't look at her in the wife sense. She is a live-in maid who cooks, cleans, and he gives her her own room where she can play Skyrim.
Stable, yeah.
You know what I mean? My dad, God bless his soul, used to have a saying, right? You either humble yourself before life, or life itself will humble you.
Indeed. Thief think Craig and Adam did a good job?
Yes. I think they did the best job anyone could have done. I've heard the criticism, right? Mm-hmm. I heard Spanx' criticism, Dom's criticism, a lot of people's criticism. There's a lot of things you could do backseat interviewing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the thing with DSP is he is very, very jumpy. Right? And if they would have pressed him too hard on any one thing, right, then he would have bolted. Right? Look at how he thought the interview was a win when he was done. That's how good they did. They literally skinned him alive, opened him up, pulled his guts out on stream, right? Held him up as a trophy, laughed while doing it, and then DSP still thought it was a win for hours after the fucking interview. That's how good they did. I don't think anyone could have done it better. Like, yeah, obviously GTG would have eviscerated the guy. But he ain't sitting down with GTG. He ain't sitting down with AP. He ain't sitting down, you know what I mean, with Ludwig and any of them. So, they did it. I don't think anyone could have done it better.
True. Okay, nicely answered. Alright, next question. Do you think he will ever learn? We kinda answered that already, but do you think he will ever learn? And if so, what will it take for him to learn?
I'm not sure how many people have kids, right? I'm gonna use an analogy from a child. Alright? So, when you have a kid, okay, the first thing the kid does is they realize when they cry, you come running to them, okay? And so what they're gonna do from that point on is when they want something, they're gonna cry. They want attention, they cry. They want this, they'll cry. The only way to break them of that habit is to stop going in there, and it hurts. Look, I'm gonna try to approach this, like, being a medic, I am empathetic. So I'm gonna try to approach this from an empathetic point of view, like I'm a DSP fan. Alright? I empathize if you really like DSP. I don't know why you do. I don't know what's wrong with your life that you do. But I empathize with you. Okay? I want you to understand something. When I left my son in his room crying, it hurt.
Yeah.
It hurt me. I would be in the family room, legit, almost in tears, because my baby boy was in his room crying. Right?
And they don't let up.
You can't, yeah, he cried himself to sleep many nights. But now look at the man he is, y'all. He's 19, working fucking 40 hours a week, wanting to go to college to get his culinary degree, not complaining about any of the shift changes they've given him, right? Nothing. This kid is a man, right? All
Indeed.
Because of decisions like that. So if you really care about DSP and you're a fan of DSP, you have to let him cry.
Yeah.
You have to let him cry.
Is he ever going to get a job? Or will he die streaming? I like how the music turned. Go on.
Alright, let's play hypothetical just so we can drag this out a little bit.
Let's do it.
Hypothetical, if YouTube goes down tomorrow, if his stream gets hit by Hound or something, right? And he can't stream. None of those things will happen, but let's say that does. Okay, he goes to Walmart, he loses his house, he goes back to Connecticut. That's not happening. Right? But that's what happens if. That's the if. Now, no, he's not. What's gonna happen is, he's already started transitioning to his React style content, and then next will be the movie, well, we're already getting the movie review style content, right?
Yeah.
And then next will be the political style content. And then here's the one he's saving, right? Here's the one he's saving right here, is the react to detractor style content.
Yeah.
That's the one in the back pocket. That's his back pocket one, right? So if the money starts to dry up, that's what he has in his back pocket right there.
What would you like to see happen to him?
Honestly, I don't care. I mean, I know that's not the answer everybody's looking for.
Okay. Okay, so... Yeah, like, that's it. Alright.
It's like, it's one of those things, like, I'm not trying to be that guy, right? But who cares? Either the clown will dance, clown will dance and we'll laugh, right? Or he'll get in trouble, or he'll squeal and make noises, or he'll get torn apart by the horse, or whatever, right? It doesn't matter. I'm at the point now, like, remember when we were talking with Dom? And he was talking about how, you guys were talking about different phases of being in the vortex.
Yeah.
I'm at the phase, I just don't care. I don't care. If something happens that's worth me watching, right? I'll be happy to point and laugh and get some popcorn.
Same.
Right? Okay, it's not worth me watching his gameplay because he doesn't like games, right? It'd be one thing if he liked games. Like, okay, let's be honest. None of us are the best game players. We all know that's why there's the really big streamers that know what they're doing. But even the big streamers, right? A lot of them aren't good at games. So what's the common denominator? Why do people like watching them play games? Right. Probably because they like playing games.
Yeah.
No one wants to watch someone, like, for example, hold on one second, let me get a drink.
Yep. You're watching PIGSPLAINING, episode number 4. You're listening to me, Sunspot Gallery, and my interviewee today, Serpenthuntr. Thank you very much for doing so. Thank you to him for being here. Thank you for the follows, and thank you to Dominic for the 700 bits. Thanks to everybody who's hanging out in the chat. I see you.
Alright. So Spanx was mentioning the hard mode stuff, right? About Elden Ring. Alright, let's correct some of that. There is no easy mode, hard mode in Elden Ring. What there is overpowered cheats, right? Okay, things that you could take advantage of. And we all know he took advantage of the jump R2, and that's why Millennia kicked the living dog piss out of him, because it doesn't work on her, and he won't learn. Now, I know sometimes when you guys go to my channel, and I'm playing on very hard, or insanity, or things like that, and I'm getting I'm getting destroyed, right? And you guys can hear the frustration in my voice, but I'm loving it. That's the thing. I'm loving it, right? What you guys don't see is my face there, right? Yeah, I may be getting beat down, but goddamn, I'm gonna get back up and I'm gonna get back in there and I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna fight until I beat her. And when I beat her, my God, I feel like I did something, because that's what I want. I can't get that feeling in many places in life anymore because of my injury, right? But he doesn't have that, right? So where's the point? What's the point? You get what I'm saying? Why the only reason he played Elden Ring was for one reason. He knew Elden Ring brings out the trolls, so he would get the troll views, right? And he knew Elden Ring would bring in the tips. That's it. Why do you think he's advertising Elden Ring Run 2? Right? Not because he wants to, right? But because he wants the views, and he knows when the views dip, FromSoft once again, we were talking about things in his back pocket. FromSoft is in his back pocket at any time, and he knows he can do it to get troll views and troll tips.
Why doesn't he play Street Fighter anymore?
Because Anniversary collection's too dangerous for him because people like me will log in and well, you did it too. We would open up lobbies for Goji and Jose, right? And we know they know who we are, and vice versa. So Jose would come into a lobby, see Serpenthuntr, he'd bounce out because he knows the minute DSP comes in the lobby, I bounce for him, right?
Yeah.
So, and he doesn't like that. Beyond that, I don't think he enjoys losing. He can't lose.
Street Fighter. It strikes me that Street Fighter is the only game that he ever really liked to any degree. So, forgetting about lobbies and stuff, I'm surprised he doesn't play it at all, or fighting games in general.
Because he never loved it. That's where you're missing it, Sunspot.
So,
it was okay. Remember back in the day. Back in the day, you and I grew up in the area where there was arcades, right? And you go to the arcade, and we'd all gather around the cabinet.
Yeah.
And whoever was really good on the cabinet, they all got mad respect. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So when he started getting into Street Fighter, it wasn't because of the love. It was because he loved the acknowledgement. There's a difference. Do you see what I'm saying? So he loved the acknowledgement winning gave him, but he never loved the game that got him that acknowledgement. So if he goes online and loses, he's getting nothing. And in his view, just playing against the AI, well, there's no acknowledgement for that. So therefore, why play? That's why I stand by it. He never loved Street Fighter. He loved the acknowledgement from it because of the era we grew up in.
Okay. Why stream video games at all if you don't like video games? I mean, sure, you see other people making money and whatnot, but you have to have some kind of love for it to do it day in and day out, no?
He loves not working. He loves the money. There may have been a time he liked games, right? I'll say he liked Street Fighter. I'll say he liked other games, right? I will never say he loved them, ever. So what else can he do? What else can he do with Sunspot? I mean, give him something like just me and you trying to help him out if he ever hears this. Other than playing, because notice the games he plays now, right? When he played God of War, he hated it and he played it on baby mode. Yes, I'm calling normal on God of War baby mode. I will call normal on any game baby mode. Deal with it. Right?
It looks like it to me, yeah.
You know what I mean? When you don't take damage when you get hit, that's baby mode.
Yep. You're not wrong.
And now he also plays the story games, right? That's his new favorites. The stories and the chill games, right? What real games is he playing?
Yeah, I can't think of any.
So it's the keys dangling in front of the child. That's why he uses them.
Are there any last words you would like to add?
Alright. First off, I want to say thank you to the detractor community, to everyone in general. It's been a pleasure to be a part of this community. It's been a pleasure to be welcomed into this community. It's been a pleasure to learn about streaming, to just have fun again. I wasn't in the best spot when I started streaming because I had gotten so isolated from my injury, and this has all really helped me get back out of myself and get back to being more of myself. So thank you to everyone, you know, from Agent Proper, LSB, Ann, you, Dom, everybody. Thank you guys so much for welcoming me into this community. Two, about the cat thing.
Yeah, I forgot. Sorry.
Real quick, no, because that's the one that gets me. All right. Anyone who doesn't know, Miss Serp is my world. Shadow's 19 now, so I don't really have to worry about him. Right? Obviously, I have the normal concerns every father does, but sure. I don't have to worry about him anymore. He's his own man. I just help guide him now. Right? Mm-hmm. So Miss Serp is my world. Right? I would do anything for her. The fact that he uses his wife as a shield, it absolutely makes me disgusted. When I heard him say, "My wife's downstairs crying," I could have thrown my controller across the room, because the first thing that goes through my head is, well, why are you not downstairs fucking giving her a hug?
Indeed.
Right?
Indeed.
And like, then he sits there and says, oh, well, you can't use the picture of me jerking off because it makes my wife cry. Well, why is your wife knew what she got into. Stop using her. Why don't you give people a reason to stop using that emote? Why don't you say something? Like, you're a fucking grown-ass man. Right? And like, don't get me wrong, I believe in putting your wife first, right? But there's a way to do it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know, believe me, like, I've talked to a few people. There's, you know what I mean? If Miss Serp was having problems, believe me, I would not be here for longer than a couple hours. You get what I'm saying? Like, right. Family first, always. Always.
Absolutely.
And if you don't understand that, then I feel very bad for your wife. And I know people say Cat asked for it. Here's the thing, and me and Ninja talked about this a little bit.
Big ups, Ninja.
I don't care if she doesn't think she deserves that respect. I think she deserves that respect. I know that she's done bad things, but my job as a husband is to build my wife up to where she's better for being with me. It's the same thing for her job of being with me, right? We're supposed to make each other better. That's the whole point of a marriage, right? You work together to become better together, to become something new. And it never ceases to make me just... that's why I did that one stream, Ninja, was when I heard him use his wife as a shield again, that's the big tick for me now. Is, you know what I mean? It's stop using your wife. Mm-hmm. Just stop using your fucking... Love your wife. Be grateful. If you want a piece of advice, DSP, before I shut up, here it is. Go on stream. Say thank you to everyone that's ever donated to you. Mm-hmm. Say thank you to Evil AJ for bringing you even more acknowledgement than you ever had. Mm-hmm. Say thank you, Outsider, for bringing you more acknowledgement than you ever had and doing something you couldn't do by making This Is How You Don't Place. Say thank you, Almighty Tevin, for bringing you more acknowledgement than you ever had or deserved.
Ninja, please.
And then, say thank you to your fans. Tell Derek to stop looking at porn, because you know he does. Right? You know he does. And start trying to be a good person in your community. But you won't, because you're a piece of shit. So whatever happens, I'm going to eat popcorn and laugh. That's all.
And
I'm done with my rant.
I couldn't put it any better than that. Yes, Derek, you are dirty, young man. Someone needs to lock you up. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But yeah, Serpenthuntr, thank you. Another awesome stream. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for agreeing to doing this.
Of course.
It's been awesome hanging
Thank you
out.
for asking me.
Anytime. So, with that, I'll thank the audience too for being here and watching and listening and supporting the streams. It means the world to me. The next one will be same time tomorrow, I believe. I'm not sure, but I'll try and keep you posted. For now, you've been watching PIGSPLAINING and been listening to.
And I'll be doing Elden Ring. I'll be doing Elden Ring or Warcraft at some point.
Shush. I was just getting to that. Right, so,
don't you shush me.
So, wait, look, Serpenthuntr. In case you're not aware, people, Serpenthuntr has his own channel here on Twitch. And
motherfucker shushed me.
If you don't follow him, if you don't follow him already, please do so right now. Here's his link in the chat. You know what to do. And yeah. Thank you very much, Serpent.
Thank you, Sunspot. You're awesome, man. We are grateful to have you in this community.
Likewise.
Don't go back to bacon sweats. Everybody in the chat before we go, everybody in the chat tell Sunspot no more bacon sweats until it's the final sweat. All we need is the final sweat when it's time, but it's not time yet. It's not time.
That's my that's exactly my mindset. That's what I'm doing.
Yep.
I don't intend to do anymore. I did it a couple years too early by the way things are going. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for the final one, and other than that, I'm chilling. I'm just pointing and laughing.
All right.
So, yeah. So with that, we'll see you later.
Peace out. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekends.
I was supposed to say that. So
well,
yeah.
I said it first.
Okay. I'm muting you right now. Okay.
Oh.
See you later. Catch Serpent on his stream, and I'm pressing the mute button. Go on. Right. This is my fucking stream, and I get to say goodbye. So I'm saying goodbye. Goodbye. There you go. Who am I raiding? Don't go anywhere. Let me raid somebody.